There are some other things that you should know that should send shivers down your spine if you hear these three words: Grand Theft Auto.
There's a direct causal link between the play of violent video games by adolescents and minors and violence that we're seeing in the real world. They're suing Take-Two, Sony, Walmart, and GameStop for having trained Devin Moore to kill you.
We are training our kids to be killers. Oh, geez, here's a crazy conservative on TV screaming about the dangers of video games.
This type material in the part of the brain that leads to copycatting behavior. So the Supreme Court apparently, sir, is out of touch. The entire American Psychological Association is out of touch. And you're the only one who thinks there isn't a correlation.
Gentlemen, hold on just a second. We are about out of time here.
October 18, 1958, Brookhaven National Laboratory. Higginbotham created what is known today as the first video game.
And normally the exhibits that were available for people to see were just posters and things, equipment, staffed exhibits. He wanted something interactive where the people would be able to actually do something.
He called his invention Tennis for Two. The main components of the game consisted of an analog computer, oscillator screen, and two controllers. Video games have changed so much since then. From an oscillator to a plasma screen TV, from an analog computer to an Xbox, PS3, and etc. Views have also changed since then. From eating our quarters in the 80s to eating our brains now. Are video games an addiction or vice? According to Gentile, an associate professor in psychology at Iowa State University, only 1 in 10 gamers have the ability to become a pathological gamer. And only 2 out of 12 people agreed they needed to play video games. Video games are a misunderstood art form. Video games are a summation of many different kinds of art. For example, music. Most games compose their own music and do their own dialogue. Literature. Every game has a story to tell. And of course, motion pictures. A game is nothing without a visual cutscene. In other words, the arts can help students find their individual capacity to feel and imagine. Elliot Einzer. And just recently, the Smithsonian recognized video games as an art form. Video games foster the mindset that allows creativity to grow. Nolan Bushnell. But wait, what about the violent and mature content in video games? How do we protect younger players from certain content? Even though the courts ruled it not illegal to sell mature video games to minors, most stores have a 17 and up policy. The courts have also ruled in favor of ratings. Current policy for video game labeling is HR 4204, which is a bill that requires certain warning labels to be placed on video games that are given certain ratings due to violent or mature content. But is this enough? What parents can do? Many parents and guardians don't know is that all consoles have parental controls on them and can be turned on or off to prohibit certain rated video games or movies. So protecting young players could be as easy as setting up a password. Now I leave you with this one thought. Would you still be the same person you are today without video games? Thanks for watching.